Hello everybody, welcome back to another video on Bone Wolf Hunting SA. Today we're going to do an awesome test. We're going to shoot different types of JSB pellets and one exception, the knockout slugs. So let me show you what we're going to use today. First up is going to be the knockout slugs. They are 25.39 grains. They're going about 750 feet a second out of my gun. Next up we're going to use the Hades 22 Diablos. They are hollow points, kind of 15.89 grains, about 930 feet per second on those guys. Then we're going to use the Exact Jumbo Monsters, 25.39 grains at about 780 feet per second. They're the same weight than the slugs, but they're going a bit faster because they are not so tight in the barrel. Then we're also going to use the very popular JSB Exact Jumbo Heavy, 18.13 grains at about 915 feet a second. Okay guys, first up we're going to have the 18.13 grain JSB Exact. I think they're a good pellet to begin with. Everybody loves the 18.13 grains. They're very accurate. They don't have a hollow point or anything special, so I think it's going to be good to start with them. Let's see what they do. I expect them to be a better penetrating pellet because they don't have that hollow point, but they are going on the faster side, about 915 feet a second, I think. Okay, so it made a bigger cavity than I expected from the 18 grainers. So we're going to take the ruler and the fish line, and then we're going to see how far it penetrated. Okay, so as you can see, total wound channel at the beginning was about 65 millimeters. At the front, as you can see, made a nice cavity. Total penetration was about I'm going to call that 23 centimeters total penetration, so that is good. Here we found the pellet, but I'll show you all of them later. Let's reset the clay and test the next one. Okay, we're going to use the 50.89 Hades. They have all a point, they're going the fastest of all of them, so I'm expecting big cavity at the beginning and less penetration, but let's see what it does. Okay, so here's the JSB Hades. They definitely, I think, made a huger cavity in the beginning, but let's see the results if we cut them open. I can clearly see it's less penetration. I mean, the end of the cavities went about 11 centimeters, this side 12. So half the penetration basically of the 18 grain JSB is exact. But here I can just find this small lead fragments. Yeah, you can see there's also, so it's just fragments everywhere. There's a bit, here's a bit in the beginning. So I'll search for the main piece, but at the moment I can't see anything. Yeah, so definitely a good hunting pellet. And I mean, here we can get about 90 mils. I mean, this was also about 99 centimeters of wound cavity at the beginning. Okay, so our last pellet, the 25 grainer, I think these guys are going to penetrate well. I know they work on big game. I used them on a baboon. Well, that's big game for air gun, and the baboon dropped right in his tracks. But let's see how they do against clay. I think they're going to penetrate the deepest out of all the ammo we're using today. So my conclusion was right. We have an exit on the back. Now I feel like this piece just flew off, so maybe it wasn't secure enough. But I can try and get an estimate of what the wind channel looks like. on these guys. Looks like, look at this guy. As we can see actually from here, the valve was actually a bit bigger than the JSBs at the end. So, but here in the beginning we can definitely see there, we only got about 4.5 centimeters of wound channel. So they're going to be great at penetrating. That's why I use them on the baboon to penetrate the skulls. Now let's see how the 25 grain slugs does. Okay, last up, 25 grain slug. They do have all the points, but they're going the slowest of all of them. So I don't think they're going to penetrate like the other 25 grainers, but I don't think they're going to like expand like the Hades. But let's see what they do. Okay, so just massive expansion at the beginning. So I clearly was actually wrong. So even at lower speeds, they do expand. Let's see what we can do here. I think I'm gonna try this like that. Then we can go below. And there we go. Pick that up later. So there we get the slug. Wound channel wasn't in the middle, but yeah, it actually opened up nicely. So let's say about 11 centimeters of penetration. So expansion was really wide, about 15, but they just went pieces flying at the beginning. It's about 15-16 centimeters. The JSB Exact Jumbo Heavy measured 18.1 grains. So we basically also got full weight retention and recovery. I couldn't clean it 100%, but it's pretty clean, although it doesn't look so on the camera. It's just shiny. So great weight retention. It does still offer you good cavity, excellent accuracy out of like every gun I know. So that's why it's a great hunting pellet, because just the accuracy is so good, penetration is good. It's just an overall good pellet. The JSB Hades, they expanded it to about 12.5 millimeters. Just want to mention the JSB Exacts were 7.5 millimeters, because I didn't mention it in the JSB video. But I think this is a great hunting pellet. You know, performed excellent in wound channel wise. Of course, it's not going to give you the penetration, but you know, for hunting pellet on small game, that first few inches is what counts. So I think it's an awesome pellet. Accuracy is also good. It's not as good in my gun as the normal pellets, but it's still good accuracy. Then the JSB Exact Jumbo Monsters, we couldn't recover the bullet. It's just an awesome penetrator. I mean, I heard the bullet hit the fence about 40 meters or 50 meters behind the clay. So I mean, I don't think we easily gonna catch that bullet. But I think if you want something that can penetrate good, this is gonna be your go-to pellet. It's just awesome at penetrating. Okay, so the knockout slugs in diameter measured 15 millimeters at the end, and we got a total weight retention of 25.3 grains, which is awesome. But when I measured the weight of a normal slug, I got about 25.5 grains. So we got excellent weight retention, excellent expansion. Overall, it's a great slug, accurate slug, great for hunting. I mean, a bit more expensive than normal pellets, but I think it's an awesome slug or ammo type to invest in. There you can see all the bullets together, the Hades, the JSB Exacts, and the knockout slugs. Thanks for watching. See you in another video. I appreciate if you watched until here.